Valentine's Day!
Happy run around hitting people with animal hides in your underpants day.
It's really a shame we don't do video because the look you gave me when I did that then was just like, I can't believe you sometimes.
Moments of Madness Season 3.
We're talking about the weird things that non-neurotypical people do, and we're quite happy with our weirdness, but normal people look at us and go, you're mad.
Okay, so we are doing a Valentine's episode. We're recording on Valentine's Day, so it'll be next weekend. But, we like to do things our way. So, yeah, Greer, don't come at us.
Time has no meaning. Time is an illusion. It's just a social shared hallucination.
Oh, we're getting too deep too early in the episode right now.
No such thing.
So did you do anything special for Valentine's Day with the man?
I did not, but I did take my son to the chocolate shop, which I hope you are familiar because I got you some of those chocolates. Last time we saw each other, was it Christmas? I don't know. Before Christmas?
The chocolates. Didn't you bring the chocolates down for my birthday last year when you came down?
Was it then? Okay.
Oh, no, that was the Christmas care package you sent down with the book and everything.
There was that, but then they melted and then you gave them all to your child because they were gross. And then I brought you another one.
I do remember the caramel was awesome, so I know they happened. I just can't remember when.
That must have been when I came for your birthday.
Could
And
have
I
been.
brought some with me to make sure they wouldn't get melted this time.
Yep.
Anyway, tangent number 1. To answer your question, I took my child to pick out some sweet treats from that chocolate shop for his sweetheart, for his Valentine.
Oh, he's got a Valentine?
Yes.
Oh, that's so adorable.
I know. They're very sweet. I don't know when he's actually going to give it to her. It's clearly not going to be on Valentine's Day at this point. But the intent was there. He actually said, ahead of time, I want to get his nickname for her is Hat. I want to get chocolate from Adora for Hat. And I was like, that's cool. So we did that today.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I hate him. Valentine's has never been a thing in my life.
Mine neither.
Even when I was in relationships, I am a gooey, squishy, romantic soul sort of thing. So I've always wanted it to be, but I'm also one of those people who it's not special if I have to tell you what to do. So
I kind of get that. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a little bit of the hype element that we've discussed before, and also the don't tell me what to do, when to do it element with Valentine's Day, where it's so cliche. I mean, we did this when we got married as well. We literally, and we started going down the rabbit hole of, oh, well, then I'll have to invite my parents and I'll have to figure out, because my parents are divorced, I have to figure out when they can both fly out for some wedding, and what if this one can't afford to, or this one's busy or whatever, and then the logistics of it immediately became overwhelming. So we were like, right, I know somebody who's a celebrant. We will invite these two friends to be witnesses, and your sister can come too. And I didn't even buy a special outfit or anything. I think I spent like $30 on a dress. And we went to a place in Sydney on the harbour called Falls Head. You don't have to have permission to use the park. So we just rocked up in the middle of the day at the park. It had really nice views. My friend performed the ceremony. We got, those party poppers?
Yep.
That look like little champagne bottles?
Yep.
Popped those off. And then we took my friend who's the celebrant out to dinner. And all of my family was like, why did you invite us? We hate you. I'm like, we'll take you out to dinner and celebrate. It's fine. Next time you're here. Sorry. Not sorry. We got married.
I think I'm a little bit reverse weird, because I wasn't the girl that grew up dreaming of a wedding and wanting to get married and anything. Even as a kid, I didn't want kids either. I was going to be a lawyer and I was going to travel, and that was my goal as a kid. Then I got pregnant and everything switched. But as an older person, I want love and I've wanted a wedding. And I've sort of ended up attributing it to I've always felt weird and abnormal, and I didn't have any of the normal milestones people have. So I was bullied out of school, so I didn't get a graduation. I didn't have a prom or the Australian version of like proms or anything
Yeah.
like that. I've done none of the regular stuff. No high school reunion, obviously, because
Yeah.
I dropped out. Yeah, all of that stuff. The only thing I really had was I did graduate from uni and I did walk the stage, So I haven't had any of the milestones people have. So I think I've weirdly glommed onto a wedding.
Okay.
But even the wedding, I don't want it to be traditional, like traditional. I really hate saying traditional, like white wedding, because realistically, white weddings only go back as far as Queen Victoria. So how far back do you have to
Yeah.
go before it's really traditional?
Yeah.
Um, I don't want a diamond ring. I hate diamonds.
Yeah,
Um,
that was the same. We intentionally just because it wasn't even just it was
mm,
a little bit the ethical side of diamonds for me, but also I don't like diamonds. I don't
yeah,
like they're the most boring gemstone. If
yeah,
I'm gonna have pay a lot of money for a special ring, so we got blue green sapphires.
yeah. I'm emeralds all the way.
Yeah,
So
emeralds are beautiful.
I don't mind diamonds as accent stones for the design, but the main stone needs to be an
Yeah.
emerald. And I don't like yellow gold or rose gold. I don't like the yellow tones, so it would have to be silver or white gold or platinum,
We got palladium. I'll see if you can see it.
That is
Palladium and sterling silver.
Yep,
And palladium is similar to platinum, but it's more affordable.
yeah,
So the inside you can kind of see that's the palladium. And
yep,
then the sterling silver is actually like the darker gray because it reacts, and
yep.
oxidizes a little bit.
The trip to Tasmania, I've become a bit of a fan of titanium
Oh
because,
yeah.
if you scrub it the right way, it ends up with different colors and,
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah, I'm now sort of
Titanium's
fond
good.
of that as an idea.
You have to be careful with titanium because you cannot resize those.
Oh, that's a problem because, yeah,
Yeah, because
but,
it's too strong. Like other metals, they can resize it up or down a little bit. Because
yeah,
that's what Adam got. He got a titanium channel, and then the same as mine.
yeah. And you see so many people on the internet. If you do the rounds of the internet long enough, you'll see everything.
Yep.
But the amount of women out there who melt down because he didn't spend 2 months' salary on my engagement ring. I'm like, that's your problem.
Yeah.
That's your problem. It's not really a tradition. It was made up by the industry. You
Yeah.
idiot.
Also,
If you
it
like
just
the ring, that's the thing that
it
matters.
just feeds into that whole like the relationship is all built around the man being the provider, and I want someone who's my equal, who sees me as an equal, who doesn't see that they have to provide for me because I can provide for myself, and I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
I like the idea of exchanged rings. So when you get married, a wedding ring, he wears one too. I know some guys don't like wearing rings. I don't care if you want to get a tattoo or something to commemorate it, or a
Mm.
chain or something instead. But I like the idea of giving each other something that symbolizes we're together.
Yep.
Um, uh, I am such a mushy soul underneath all my grumpy, humbuggy bullshit. Um, I've always liked the idea of incorporating different traditions that resonate with me into
Hmm.
the wedding day instead of just walking there. Because I'm an atheist. I'm not gonna. I don't want a church wedding.
Yeah.
I do want a gorgeous gown because never having
Well,
the dances and everything. I've never had any reason to really go all out and get dressed up
you
either.
might
So
as well spoil yourself, you
yeah,
know?
but again, it would be like an emerald or heritage green gown for a start. Um, there are a few traditions from around the world. Like there's the tea ceremony where you pour tea for your partner's parents and
Hmm.
stuff like that to welcome them into the family and all of that jazz. So yeah, there's a few different things I'd be interested in doing, and then just having a rip roaring party where everyone has a good time, dances, and roasts me and speeches. Well, me and my partner, obviously. I'm very much it's not the bride's day, it's the couple's day, but it's also it
Yeah.
is a party and a celebration. So people don't need to bend over backwards for you for months to, it's the day is only special to you. To everyone else, it's just a party.
Yeah, it's free food and booze,
Yep,
and they're there to celebrate you, so you should have fun and celebrate. It shouldn't be a production. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not all of the usual things that society focuses on, especially when it has to do with money.
Yeah,
I just they do not gel with me. I don't work that way.
yeah. So yeah, I want the trimmings, but I want it my way.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to buy into some script that someone has told me that's supposed to be. But to do that, I need someone in this world to actually, want to commit to me.
It's interesting though, because that just sparked a recollection that I recently read an article, and I'm not saying this is for you, but I was really intrigued by this because people were marrying themselves. Like, obviously, it wasn't a legal thing, but it was just like I'm committing to being single and I like myself being single, but I want to have a big, like,
Yep,
ceremony.
yep.
And that was like, I didn't know how I feel about that. On the one hand, go
I
you. On the other
I
hand, that's kind of weird that you need to like ceremonialize it. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I kind of feel like, you do you, boo.
Yeah,
And the amount of times that, like, shelled out for bachelor parties, wedding gifts, all of that jazz, I feel like you're kind of entitled to a special day to celebrate your version of love. And if that
yeah,
is you don't want to commit, go for it. I'll
yeah.
turn up. No worries. You're paying for the booze, I'm there. But yeah, love comes in all of its forms and fashions, and it's probably great for people like aromantic asexuals who are quite happy committing to themselves if they
Yeah,
want to do something like that. Obviously, you don't need to, but yeah, there comes a point where you're like, you know what? If I've shelled out lots to go to people's weddings, for gifts, for engagement parties, for engagement gifts, for this, for that, the other, and I am chronically single. You know what? Fuck you guys. It's your turn to turn up for me. I'm going to do something. Whether it's like a massive random birthday or a day to celebrate, hey, the entire world took a poll and no one wants to marry me. I don't know. We'll celebrate what you want to celebrate. But you only get to do it once, okay? So you can have
yeah.
regular birthdays after that and you can have milestone birthdays after that, but you only get that one big
The one
wedding
big
adjacent
blowout.
thing
Yeah.
once, okay?
Mhm.
And we will forgive you for just turning up to any second weddings we have, okay? Well,
It makes sense. There's a logic to it. There's an internal logic to it.
it's the same as baby showers, right? The world has apparently decided it is now standard to have a baby shower for every baby you have, and that's not how it was ever supposed to be. The baby shower was for first-time parents to help them prepare for the baby, and
Set
after
up.
that,
Yeah.
yeah, after that, any subsequent baby it was called a baby sprinkle or something, so it was to celebrate the
Oh,
new
really? I
incoming
never heard
baby.
that term.
Yeah, but it was not a big baby shower where you get big
Well,
presents.
I
So,
mean, the thing is, if you planning on having more kids, you usually save all the crap
mhm,
from the first one, and you kind of like also, you
mm,
know what to expect a lot more for the second or third or whatever subsequent kid.
yep,
And you realize that even if people don't give you all the gifts, you can score a lot of that stuff from for free from other people who have kids who have grown out of it
yep,
or gotten a bit bigger.
yep,
And it's just yeah.
yeah.
We didn't actually
So,
have a real baby shower because the twins had to be delivered so early, and I wasn't really focused on that sort of thing anyway. We did get some nice gifts, but they all ended up being after the fact because they were 7 weeks early.
well, that'll do it. But yeah, well, we've well and truly meandered off the
Oh,
Valentine's.
yeah.
Like,
Now we're on to kids again. We keep talking about kids. Why did we do that?
um, but it's technically Valentine's adjacent because it kind of comes after the wedding and love thing.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
true.
kind of. Mine
Yeah.
didn't, but sure.
Not everybody has to follow this typical order.
That's the thing I'm saying. I always wanted to. Like,
Yeah.
it's probably because, like, I am a late diagnosis, so I was always just abnormal and weird, and I just wanted to be normal.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is what it is. Just embrace it, I guess. I'm just looking at my own video now, and I'm like, I even look defeated. I'm like, fucking hell.
You do look a bit beat down by life this week.
I am a bit beat down by life this week.
Oh.
Valentine's Day also bums me out a bit too, because it's just another year where I'm on my own.
Mm.
And
Mm.
and don't come at me in the comments. I know you can be happy on your own and everything, but it's really about your priorities in life, and mine have always
Yeah.
been home, hearth, and family. Let's write Marley's dating profile. Neurospicy weirdo wants life partner who is happy for long periods of silence working on hobbies, curling up on couch watching TV shows and binge sessions, wants to sleep under the northern lights in Iceland in a clear igloo, go to Venice for their carnival. This sounds like fun to you.
Reach out.
Preferably like intelligent or intelligent adjacent.
At
Or
least be able to fake it.
must have quirky sense of humor because like my natural language is sarcasm and dark/dry humor. So, I'm never going to live well with anyone who thinks that I should be a grown up by now, which means that I shouldn't have toys and I shouldn't watch cartoons and I'm an adult. I'll do what I fucking want.
Yeah, look, I really get suspicious of people who think that maturity means that they can only be serious.
Yep. Right.
That is not the way I was raised.
Ma- Maturity is knowing when to be serious and when it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
That's maturity.
exactly.
Pay your bills, take care of your responsibilities, and after that, if you want to collect Transformers and play with them while going, oh, Transformers, transform, you go for it. You go, girl.
Yeah,
Do what you want.
absolutely.
We are so far from Valentine's Day now.
Well, since you're so far from Valentine's Day, should I eat my food and then we can try and focus after I get back?
Focus. What's this focus
I
business?
don't know what people keep telling me that this is a thing, and I don't know what it is, but we could try.
Right. As long as we're not promising anything, because I really don't like promising things I can't keep. Focus is just never going to happen. Okay.
No promises. You get what you get and you don't get upset.
So, now that you've fed yourself with your Thai foods,
Yes.
shall we actually hit some of the topics for the episode?
Hey, look, there's a script. Or a third of a script.
It's good. Considering how my fortnight has been, let's just be proud I did anything, okay?
Yeah, it's more than I did.
So there's like love as a special interest. There's active service and logic of care. And there's loyalty and justice as love.
Okay.
So there's a bit of overlap between these three things. So like love as a special interest is like where our partner, the person that we love, is like a safe place. So we tend to dump loads of info on them when we've got hyper focuses going on and stuff. There's not always stuff that they're even interested in.
Yeah.
And to a non-neurodivergent person, it just seems like you just lecture a lot on boring stuff. But it's not. It's actually us trying to include you in our hyperfocus and share the thing that's currently passionate about, as opposed to the last 15 lectures we gave you about other things that we were very passionate about. So yeah, it's a way of us sharing like our precious thoughts with you, and while to you they might seem banal and weird and why the hell do I care about what speed spinning wheels go at, to us we're sharing gold.
Yeah, and I think that's like a really good framing for it, because basically when you're sort of in that mode of like you're really fixated on something and you're deep diving and learning all about it, this is all exciting and fun for you. Like your experience of it is, this is great. I'm finding out whole kinds of wonderful sparkly things. And I want you to come and maybe you'll find it interesting too, and we can obsess about it together. And
Yep. So we're sort of inviting you into our bizarro world.
Yeah.
Parallel play and coexisting. So, it might seem like we've ignored you for long periods of time, but we're happy just having you in our space, which we don't say about a lot of people. So the fact that we're quite happy to sit there and work on a model and not talk to you for 15 hours straight, but we do notice when you leave and the space feels emptier.
Being in the same room as someone, even if you're not doing the same thing together or interacting, yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
Yep. Yeah. So whereas from what I read, a lot of neurotypical people, they feel awkward and weird just existing for that long in that silence of not actually interacting while we're in a shared space. We're quite happy to sit there for days.
Mm.
The fact that we let you into our space is the key. And then the last one is pebbling. And I do a lot of pebbling. And that's just you see something and you think of someone, you have to share it with them. So in
Mm.
the digital age, that's the sharing, the rapid fire. Oh my God, why have you sent me 15 videos in the space of 2 minutes, Molly? Because I've been in a doom scroll, and
But this
this
one
one made me
reminded
think of
me of
you,
you.
and
And
this
this
one
one
made me think of
reminded me of
you.
you
That what you didn't see was the 50 other ones that I watched. So I was like,
that you filtered
"Ew." But
out.
that one went to Daniel, and that one went to Simon, and that one went to, because they didn't make me think of you, they made me think of other people.
Mm.
So, or memes, or just randomly coming home after going to the shopping center and walking around with another random duck because Daniel likes ducks. I saw a duck and it made me think of that. So it seems weird that we come home with these weird quiche $2 junk things, but if you really look at the thing we gave you, it shows that something we've noticed about you, or the fact that we saw it and thought of you, it will link to something that either we've experienced together, we've lived together, we've joked about, or I just happen to notice that you seem to like ducks. And it shows care, and we've retained information about you specifically.
It's like the pop culture reference of relationships and memory and yeah.
Yeah. So, I know I've mentioned it in other episodes, but that's my idea of romance. And it's right out of the neurospicy playbook. It's like, if you came home with a Kit Kat just because you noticed that at the moment I'm a little bit obsessed with Kit Kats, it showed that you thought of me and you noticed something about me. That's a huge romantic gesture to me.
Yeah.
Skywriting will just embarrass me. And me go,
Or confuse
why would
me
you
or
do that? It has nothing
yeah.
to do with me. I'm not interested in it. Why the
Yeah.
hell? So I'm big gestures. You should be very, very sure that big gestures are actually something meaningful to the person.
Well, and big gestures, like, I don't know. I can't speak for all neurodivergent people, but for me, I don't want to include everyone else in our thing.
Yeah,
Like,
and I have
says the person who is like basically doing that in a podcast. But you know what I mean? Like as a performative,
you have to mask
oh,
too
no, you know,
hard.
yeah.
So you can't just
Yes.
enjoy the thing because you're too
Yeah.
busy putting on a performance of what you feel like other people are
Or
supposed to be
yeah, or
seeing your
wondering
reaction as.
how you are supposed to
Hmm.
react to this thing in a way that is now part of the performance.
Yeah. By all means, if your partner is an exhibitionist and loves football, propose to them on the Jumbotron.
Yes. Yeah.
That's them. But,
Yeah.
romantic gestures, it's about the consideration of knowing your partner, not
Yeah.
about how big the thing is.
Yeah.
So,
I don't really want a gesture that impresses other people. I want one that impresses me and is clearly addressed to me.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah, so those are the love as a special interest keynotes.
Mhm.
So, moving on to the acts of service and logic of care. So, this is we might just randomly solve a problem that we've seen is distressing you, or we may notice that, that squeaky cabinet, you don't complain about it, but every time it seems to drop your mood, and you might just randomly quietly find it's been fixed without you noticing. It's, they do that sort of thing. That actually doesn't really fall into my wheelhouse very much because I'll notice it's annoying you, but I'll forget that it's annoying you 15 minutes later. And when I open it, I remember it's annoying, but by the time I get to the garage to find the tools, I've been distracted by 15 different shiny things before I got there. So while I do the pebbling thing, I'll think of you and I'll grab something and I'll come at home just to see you smile, I'm less likely to notice those little day-to-day things. The
Mm.
problem-solving thing, though, I do that a bit. So I've noticed, like, things that at work are becoming real problems for the people I don't like working with. I put in extra time to try and figure it out and fix it for them so that
Yeah.
they don't have to. And, because, like, love is not just romantic love, it's friendship and whatnot as well. So there's these people at work that I enjoy working with and I don't want them to suffer.
Yeah.
I've noticed this is annoying them. I can fix it. I could go through the regular channels, but it's not getting anywhere, so I just quietly fix it and off I go. Not less quietly, I have to tell them it's fixed, but it's not about saying, "Hey, look what I did." It's about, "Hey, just so you know, this is working now."
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's more about you kind of killing two birds with one stone. I know I can solve that problem, and solving that problem is probably something I'm good at or interested in anyway.
yeah.
And I'm doing this as a gesture to show that I've recognized it's annoying for you and I've made the annoyance go away.
Yeah. And towards the end of the year and leaching into this year, I am getting more vocal about, I did this. It's not my job. I did this because, like, it's gotten to the point now where I'm just overloaded with things. So I need someone to notice, hey, we need someone to fill this gap because
Yeah.
Marley's not coping. It's a less about recognition and more about, can you please get some roles and responsibilities? Can somebody, like, I'm not the solution engineer. Get someone to fix it.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
so,
yeah. And
and
I totally that resonates so much with what contributed to my
yeah.
burnout in 2024 that I totally hear you.
So moving on from that, because that could go derail
Oh, yeah,
all.
we could
Yeah.
spend way too long talking
Oh
about that.
yeah.
Next
Um.
topic.
So the next group for three for this whole acts of service and logic of care is scripting. So we tend to sometimes come across as less sincere because we rehearse what we want to say or we write it down or we've planned out and it starts sounding a little bit like it's scripted. But the fact is, it's important to us, so we want to make sure we get it right and we know what we're like. So the fact that we've got our dot points and we've worked over it and we've replayed it 15 million different times in our head is a sign of care, not a sign of ambivalence or, wanting to lock you into a contract. You said this and I said this sort of. It's because it's important to us.
Yeah.
It also backfires a little bit sometimes, and especially with the whole coming across insincere thing, because we've scripted it in our head. It's hard for us to account for what you're going to say in response to things. So the script breaks and derails, and then we really struggle. So we come across at the start really strong, and we know what we want to talk about, and it derails really quickly. So there's that, but it is not a sign of not being interested or not being caring. It's a sign that we do care. And then the overlap here between lovers of special interest and acts of service and logical care is the I noticed file. So we might have like a mental file or a real actual file of things that we've noticed that you like. I've got whole folders of bookmarks of gift ideas and things that they, because, oh, yes, Beth said this, and now I know that she wants to consider this. And half the time I forget to go back to them when it's gift giving time, but I sit here at my computer going, I don't know what I'm gonna get Beth for Christmas. I've got whole folders here. There's shit bookmarked that I know she would love. And I still sit here and go, eh. But yeah, we do that mental Refidex of Daniel's the one that likes ducks and he does this, and Beth is the one that likes Harry Potter and Anastasia. And if you take yourself out of our orbit for too long, and I notice this Christmas, all my Rolodex is out of date, and I know it's out of date, so now I don't know what to get you when I get stuck. So, like Harry coming for Christmas, and I haven't seen him in years, and now he's a teenager, and I don't know what he's into.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Olivia has changed her whole life. She's transitioned, she's doing this, that, and the other. I don't really know what she's up to anymore. Yeah, so I was like, I guess gift cards for everyone. And I hate
Mhm.
giving gift cards. I really do. I am one of those people who likes pebbling and likes the eye noticing and likes trying to
Yeah.
find the right gift for you.
Yeah.
So that really hurt my soul a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Um, but it is what it is. So,
You can always see it as a like a doorway to, I didn't know where you're at right now, so this one's for now, but tell me what you're
yeah,
into.
yeah. And like there is a little bit of dysfunction there as well, because like there's mm, I was trained to buy my way back into certain parents' affection because they're
Yeah.
idea of so I feel like I have to go overboard. I always do go overboard. So I feel like I have to buy love, I have to buy affection, I have to buy people being caring about me.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like when I'm out of sight, people just forget about me.
Mm.
So there's a lot of that in play.
Impossible, by the way, impossible.
Oh, you'd be surprised. A lot of people just don't even and when I'm around, they think I'm fun, it's great and everything, but they don't think about me. Like nobody reaches out to me and says, "Hey, we had a great time. You want to catch up?" It's I find 9 times out of 10, it's me having to poke people and go, "Hey," and that's how I ended up in this black hole of aloneness, because I got
Mm.
tired of being, because it just reinforces in my head that I'm invisible when people don't, and I think that's part of why I get so loud and brash, is I'm so afraid of being forgotten.
Mm.
Um, anyway, let's leave that trauma aside, shall we? But my because of that, I want to get the exact perfect present
Mm.
and see how excited you are about it. And Daniel is so not like that. He appreciates everything. Don't get me wrong, he appreciates anything you get him, and he's always been "Oh, you got me socks for Christmas. I needed socks. That's great. Thanks." He's appreciative, but he doesn't get ramped up excited about anything. So he doesn't open
Yeah.
it. "Oh my God, that's awesome."
Mm.
Becca's actually fairly similar. She'll open it and she'll be like, "Oh, that's awesome." And then 3 seconds later, you can see the excitement's already dead. So
Dopamine drop achieved.
yeah,
Moving on.
basically, I do think she's definitely on the spectrum, so, but yeah, she gets that immediate, "Oh my God, this is awesome," and then 3 seconds later, "Where's the next present? What's going on?
Yeah.
I've forgotten." And it's not because she's not appreciative, she's just a little bit more magpie-like than I am.
Yeah.
Whereas, and I do feel a bit performative, but they get me things, and even the stuff that I really do love, I feel like I have to go overboard showing how much I like it, as some sort of, like, I don't know, monkey see, monkey do. Maybe if they see me get excited, they'll give me that feel. I don't know what the hell goes on in my head. But, like, I just always have to make a big show of it. And I think, again, that's probably a feedback loop with my mother,
Mm.
because, she needed to win presents as well. So, if you weren't excited enough, then that would bring her down. And, so there's a lot of trauma in my head, people. But yeah,
Even, like trauma aside, it's funny how those family patterns embed in you, because like in my family, it was always, I feed you to show you I love you. And while that didn't traumatize me, it really messed up my mom's relationship with food quite a lot. Um,
look,
and I see myself doing it too. Sometimes I'll be like, I'm just gonna cook this elaborate thing, and I get off on everyone saying how delicious it is. Yeah, and like I made you all love me more by feeding you.
I like I do everything. Like, I buy things, I spend money on people, I will stay up all night killing myself to finish this because I know you need it. I cook for I basically am ingrained to do anything that I possibly can so that you will not forget me and love me.
Yeah.
And it's very unhealthy.
Mm,
I have gotten a little bit better about setting boundaries. My
mm,
biggest problem at the moment is boundaries at work. Um,
mm,
and that's gotten worse at this particular workplace, and I think it's
mm.
because I really do like the people I work with, and I'm
There's
feeling
some awesome people at that
yeah,
workplace.
there really
I
are, yeah.
can't deny that.
And I think there's a combination of they're pretty awesome people. I would like to befriend them. I don't know how to befriend them. And I'm finally at a place where I'm mentally healthy enough in myself that I could start making those connections and
Mm-hmm.
watering them as well. So there's that sort of now clash, so that unhealthy boundary setting is happening at work because I just need people to remember me and like me. So it's
Mm-hmm.
getting the trauma is exacerbated. Anyway, moving
Yeah.
on. So the last one is loyalty and justice as love. So this has got a bit of crossover with both of them. That's why there's no dot
Yeah.
points there, because all of the dot points that I was finding was very much back in the remembering people, doing things
Mm-hmm.
to help problem solve, that sort of thing. But the one key call out that didn't really cover in those other two topics was we have a massive sense of pattern recognition and justice. And once you've clicked in the pattern of our lives in our head, we are extremely loyal to the point where we will ride out unhealthy relationships right till the end, and you have to be the one that walks away because we won't.
Yeah.
I have lived that a couple of times.
I know.
So we tend to definitely once we click with you, we click forever.
Mm-hmm.
You have to scrape us off like fungus on the side. If you want, if you're tired of us and want to walk away, we are the literal definition of ride or die.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. So those were the notes that I combed through and took from different reading materials about
Mm-hmm.
how neurodivergent people show love and how that might be different from. I need to stop using the word normal.
Yeah.
Neurotypical people. I hate all the labels and everything, but you have to use them to explain
Yeah.
things, don't you?
Well,
So,
there are clearly people whose brains don't work the way ours do, and there are
yeah.
categories. Right?
Oh
So,
yeah.
clear identifiable categories with, in some cases, even like really clear, like physical identifier. Not, I mean, physical body, but I mean structures in the brain and the way the brain operates that we now have the technology to identify, which is really interesting. I think it just helps us understand people more personally. But yeah, I get ya.
Yep.
Like having labels can be frustrating and it can put people into pigeonholes where people are messier than that.
Yeah. Well, moving on to traditions. So the big winner for me this time around, looking around things, was actually South Korea.
Okay.
Okay, so South Korea don't really have a Valentine's Day. They have a love calendar. So the 14th of every month celebrates something to do with romance and love. So they'll
Huh.
have like a Roses
Wow.
Day and a Kisses
That's
Day and stuff like that.
dedication.
Yeah. But the 14th of April is Black Day, and that's where the singles who didn't receive gifts on Valentine's Day or White Day, which is the March 14th, when women
Mhm.
get the gifts, they gather to eat black bean noodles and commiserate about their single status together. so, so yeah, that I was just like, I I get that we over commercialize stuff and everything, but it's only as commercial as you choose to make it. So if
Yeah,
like the
that's true.
14th of every month is just a day for you and your partner to, like, it's kiss day. Give me a special kiss or whatever, or whatever it is. That's nice. I like that. Um, Chocolate in Japan for Valentine's Day, they have a hierarchy. So,
Ooh,
yep,
I like me a hierarchy. Lay
yep.
it out for me.
So, on February the 14th, right, the obligation in Japan is the women give chocolates. And
Okay.
there is a whole hierarchy of there's a obligation chocolate that you give to male co-workers and bosses.
Yep.
There's true feeling chocolate, which is good stuff that's given to romantic interests.
Mhm.
And then there's friend chocolate that's given to friends.
Okay.
So they've got a whole hierarchy going on, right? And
Right.
then on White Day, which is March the 14th, men are supposed to return the favor, and it's the same sort of hierarchy of
Oh, okay.
giving.
You hopefully get like, the good chocolate back and not the friend
One would
chocolate.
hope, yes.
'Cause that would be awkward.
South Africa has a tradition of pinning your crush. So you write the name of your crush and pin it on your sleeve. So for
Okay.
everyone to see, that could be potentially
I
embarrassing.
would never ever have done that. You would have had to like
Mm-hmm.
Me.
Wonder if that's where your love on your heart on your sleeve comes from.
Maybe.
Hmm.
Maybe, or maybe it's related to that. Yeah. I wouldn't even tell my mother who I had a crush on. Absolutely refused. She still doesn't know who I had a crush on when I was in high school.
Oh dear. Um, we've got Wales, especially for you, right? So there's an old Welsh tradition that
Excellent.
involved a man carving wooden spoons, like with intricate like symbols of keys for security and hearts for love and wheels for loyalty and stuff. And
Cool.
this the skill and seriousness of his intentions was coupled to the complexity of the carving. I'm
Yeah,
really
makes
sorry
sense.
for anyone who's not great at carving or arty sort of stuff.
Yeah, sucks to be
Um,
you if you just don't have good, like, fine motor skills.
yep. But it is considered to be one of the forerunners to the engagement ring. So,
Okay, that's
yep.
cool.
In the Philippines, they have mass weddings. So,
Yeah.
common for local governments to sponsor and hold
Filipino
mass weddings.
wedding seems like a whole, like, next
Yeah.
level, and I just
On.
I
No,
feel impressed in a
India
way.
wins weddings,
Oh,
man.
yeah, that's true.
Multi-day events and
That's true. But still, the Filipino wedding is pretty full on.
Denmark, they like to give joke letters. So a man will send an anonymous and often humorous and rhyming poem to his beloved. And he signs it with a number of dots corresponding to the number of letters in his name.
I do like humorous rhyming poems. Mhm.
If she guesses his identity correctly, he owes her an egg at Easter.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. It seems fun. Um, so yeah, but there weren't a lot of wacky traditions around the world. I mean, Valentine's Day is not really something you can get that much fun out of,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
And it is a relatively new holiday, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And in terms of in its current iteration,
yeah,
it's pretty modern, I would say.
yeah. Finland, I think, is another top contender. They don't have a romance Valentine's Day. The 14th of February is Friends Day. Um,
Okay. That
for
sounds
them,
very Finnish.
yeah, they celebrate all types of love, friends,
Yeah.
family, and partners.
It's very
So
egalitarian.
yeah. So,
Um,
hmm,
the only Valentine's Day tradition that really gels with me is conversation hearts. I don't know why, but I just love the idea of a little phrase being printed on a piece of candy, and also I really like the flavor of them for some reason.
oh, you're talking about those hard rock
Yeah,
candy things that really just tasted like chalk and wax.
kind of, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I don't know why, but I liked the flavor of them, and but I kind of just like am fascinated by going through all the different phases on them. I am known though to like weird things. Like I actually like the salty licorice. I like Dr. Pepper, which
yeah.
is, I know
You
it's
had me at
the
licorice, you
world
lost
with
me at
me
Dr.
hate.
Pepper.
I like root beer. Yeah, I like weird flavors. So
You are
that's
a
just me.
weirdo. Freak, freak,
And
freak,
I like
freak.
dark chocolate. The
Judging
darker
you
the
so
better.
hard right now. I'm not even doing it silently.
No, that's fine. I'll own it.
So there was one thing that I was reading that I found quite interesting though, going back to the love and Valentine's topic though, is there seems to be some interesting academic discussion, well, maybe not academic, because I don't think it's professional level, but intelligent conversation that I found on Reddit. um,
Surprise!
well, if you dig around long enough, you can actually find some intelligent conversation on Reddit. It's
Yes.
just not going to be found.
Actually, I do often find
Yeah,
threads that I find really useful on Reddit, but
yeah. Like that's the thing. A lot of people bag on Reddit, and yeah, it is a mixed bag. It's full of trolls and idiots as well.
it's
But there
the
are some really
internet,
interesting.
guys. Get
Yeah,
over
yeah. Basically, it is
it.
basically the internet is a melting pot of all levels of intelligence and types of people. Deal with it. No one platform is any worse or more toxic except 4chan. 4chan sucks. Um,
Oh, yeah. No, that's a cesspool.
Anywho, but yeah, it was an interesting conversation. I need to try and find it again because I was gonna actually try doing a solo about it, but there was an argument to be made that love is not actually an emotion.
Hmm.
Um, love is a combination of emotions that you feel in conjunction with a person that overall
Yeah.
is love. So it's more the experience with that person that is
Yeah.
love. And I found it really interesting because, like,
Mm.
when you think about it, the amount of people who start spouting love really, really soon on, that's not that. If love is an emotion and a deep attachment to someone, that can't possibly be love. It's either obsession or lust, you know. So,
Yeah. Or
um,
just attraction or,
exactly.
yeah.
So it made sense. The argument that the discussion that was happening made sense to me that
Yeah.
love is something that comes out of a combination of emotions, lust
Yeah, for
and
sure.
interest, attraction, fun, joy, even sadness, like all
Yeah.
combines to the overall experience with that person. And
And
when
that's
the
but
general overall feeling is positive in your head, because there are unhealthy shit out there, let's face it, so if the overall balance is positive in your head, you equate that with love.
well, that fits really well too with the fact that we use love to cover all different kinds of
Mhm.
relationships. Some of them are romantic, some of them aren't. Some of them are familial, some of them are just with friends. And that blanket kind of umbrella definition covers all of those.
Yeah,
But the mix of emotions that make up that love for that person could be
exactly.
completely different from someone else.
Exactly. And it's the same as like saying that you can only ever have love for this one person and if you love them you would never notice anyone else. It's just ridiculous because like
Yeah,
if love was that confined, you wouldn't be able to have children and care for them because all your love is tied up in your partner. You wouldn't be able to have more than one child because if
yeah,
romantic love is tied up there and child love is tied up there, how do you love the other? Love
yeah,
is it's big.
yeah.
It's like and it's unique to the relationship with that person.
Mm,
So, how I love Daniel is not the same way as how I love Beth, even though, yes, she's my sister, but they're around the same age, and for the most part, I helped raise her. So,
yeah.
you know, so,
But
um,
you still have a unique relationship with her because she's a unique
exactly,
person.
exactly. Oh,
Yeah.
no, she's not that unique. She's fairly common, actually. Can we
Uh,
cut that out before, like, she hits me? She's actually like, um, she's going through it at the moment because, like, she's sick, which is never good.
mm.
She gets tonsillitis so often, it's not funny. I
Oh,
really
that's trash. Yeah,
it
that's
takes
tough.
for them to actually take them out now, so she gets it quite frequently, which is a pain in
Yeah.
the ass. But, she booked herself in to go see Anastasia because I gave her money for Christmas, and she booked herself in with the hotel for the big tier package to go to Anastasia. And then I think the day after she booked it in, one of her aunts died. And the
And,
funeral is actually the day after that, so she's rung the hotel to say, "Look, you've got other days available, can I pull it back a day? I don't wanna
yeah,
cancel, I don't want a refund, I just wanna change the dates."
yeah.
And they've ended up charging her another $240 to change it back one day, and I'm like, "That's insane." Like, it's not like she just
Especially
booked the
because
wrong
of
day or something, it's like, it's a
bereavement.
definite
Yeah,
yeah, because,
yeah.
like, this particular aunt is, because my stepfather, he's the 2nd youngest of 12 siblings.
Oh my gosh.
So there's a lot of them running around, but,
Yeah,
this particular aunt was also her godmother, was
yeah,
the one that she actually was most exposed to and she really, really cares about. So she
yeah,
is desperate to get up there to the funeral.
yeah.
So I'm gonna be babysitting Boof the cat and Slytherin the, lovebird.
Mhm.
Um, on Wednesday, she's gonna be dropping them off in the morning, so we're gonna see how Batman reacts to that.
Oh, yeah.
Um, I so, like,
There
I'm not
may be some territory establishment
well
happening.
I'm currently thinking maybe I should leave Batman outside for the
Mhm.
duration because, like, still not technically our cat. We haven't got permission yet.
Yeah,
Um, Boof is a huge cat. Boof could take care of himself. I'm
yeah.
not worried about that. But the fact that Batman's been running wild so long, I'm worried that he's going to look at Slytherin and see meat in a can.
Possibly. Very
So
possibly. Yeah,
Daniel's also suggested that maybe we can just like lock them in separate because there's a whole door there, so Batman could
yeah,
be at this end and they could be down the other end. But yeah, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Beth's going through it at the moment, and I feel a little bit
yeah.
shit
That's
for her.
tough. Yeah, that's tough.
So yeah,
But speaking of caring for children, isn't it time for you to go?
when did I ever say I cared about him?
just
Fi-
like
fi-
2
find
minutes
a
ago.
find a recording and point out my direct quote of what I actually said.
Okay, I used a different verb. I did not directly quote you.
Bad at endings and goodbyes, so fuck off till next time. Like and subscribe for more anti-social abuse.
Thank you for listening to Moments of Madness podcast with Molly and AJ. Subscribe on our website, Spotify, Apple Podcasts or YouTube, and please leave a comment or join our Discord server for more madness. Talk to your GP to find out if Moments of Madness is right for you. Side effects include distraction, inappropriate laughter, eye rolling, as if, social anxiety, headache, nausea, drowsiness, and memory loss. Moments of Madness, as if. Goodbye, Greer.